Today's video is all about helping first-time home buyers navigate the exciting but sometimes overwhelming process of buying a home on the main line. If this is your first house or it's your first house on the main line, this video will have you covered. We'll talk about everything you need to know, including why choose the main line, understanding the market as a first-time home buyer, financing tips for first-time home buyers, common mistakes to avoid, and deciding on the right neighborhood. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid foundation for your journey of home ownership on the main line. Let's get into it. So why choose the main line? The main line's known for being rich in history, in charm, and convenience. There's a wide variety of neighborhoods within the main line that are all a little bit different in their own unique way. From vibrant towns and centers to quiet, open suburban lifestyle. You're really close to Philadelphia for commuters that have to work in Philly. And you have some of the highest rated school districts within the state of PA, with Radnor Township being #1, Tredyffrin being #2, and Lower Merion being #3. The 3 top school districts within PA are in the main line. There's also numerous cultural and recreational spots nested within each neighborhood within the main line. Let's understand the market as a first-time home buyer within the main line. Let's go over some prices. Ardmore and Narberth might start you around $500K for entry-level houses, while looking at Villanova or Gladwin might be around $1 million and up. The different neighborhoods, have different prices. So we'll get into that in detail within the last section of this video. We'll go over the average price for each neighborhood so you guys can see more of where your budget might be. We were actually just at a listing in Gladwin, which is the only house we've seen for a long time be listed at around $750K, but the house needed a lot of work. It was only 1,700 square feet. The homeowners were in there for like 60 years. And the showing went well. There was 14 people that actually came, 14 groups of people who actually came in. So it actually was pretty good. I mean, Gladwin, the area is just highly desirable along with like Villanova. But seeing a house under $1 million in Gladwin is extremely rare. It just doesn't happen. I'll have the listing up here if anyone's interested. You guys can reach out. Now let's get into some budget considerations. Now we have to remember that within Pennsylvania, a lot of the towns vary greatly with how much property taxes you're gonna have to pay within different towns. Say for example, within the main line specifically, Ardmore, the average property tax is around like $6,000, $6,500, while in Villanova, it's like $15,000. So make sure you're working that into your budget. I always tell my clients that whatever your monthly budget is like for your mortgage, make sure you're calculating these property taxes, because within the main line, you're gonna be paying a lot in property taxes and it's gonna make a difference. Make sure you're accounting for it. Also, if you're looking for condos or townhouses, make sure you're calculating in the HOA fees. Typically, you'll find this at the bottom of the listing, but make sure you ask your agent about this. Is there any HOA fees with this property? Have this a part of your budget. Make sure it works in your monthly. That's always what we tell our clients. What's your monthly, okay? What number do we have to stay under? Okay, let's work with that. The main line's an extremely competitive market. Definitely your financing has to be ready to go. Pre-approval, ready to go. Make sure you spoke with your lender and you know how strong of an offer that you can bring to the table for however much that house you're looking at costs. For example, we actually have a client right now that our lender is Greg. Greg's a great guy. He's been doing this for so long. But we've connected our client with Greg, and basically they're going to be doing a VA loan. So they're going to be asking Greg, like, this is my financial situation, this is my credit score, this is how much I make, this is my debt, blah, blah, blah. And Greg will tally that all up over a call, and he'll be able to tell them like, oh, your VA loan will look like this. Or if it wasn't a VA loan, your offer will look like this. He's able to help us gauge how strong an offer will look. But definitely you want to have a really good picture of how strong your offer will be, so that right when you see that property pop up on the main line and it's getting a ton of interest, because they all do, houses within the main line, they just go very, very fast. You just have to have your offer ready. I feel like I said that 3 times. You just need to be ready. And if you are curious about like what an offer would look like for you, just reach out to me. You guys can text or call anytime. I always tell my clients, you can text or call with any question, any time of the day. It's not a bother. I love this stuff. Even if it's a question about a plumber, what's a good plumber I could trust? I'll forward you our plumber. Structuring your deal and your offer is very important within the main line, because it needs to look very attractive. Experienced agents and lenders, like Greg, he can really structure a solid offer. And that's how he gets us to the top of these competitions on some of these bidding wars. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on to section number 3, financing tips for first-time home buyers. Explore your mortgage options. Like I said, a client we're helping right now is going to be exploring their VA loan and seeing how strong that is with our lender, Greg. And Greg will lay out how powerful that their VA loan will look on paper. Now, Pennsylvania has first-time homebuyer programs. I know you guys probably heard about this, like the VA loan, the FHA loans, where your down payment only has to be 3.5%, which is accessible to buyers with a credit score as low as 580, so they're really flexible on that. But you will have to pay mortgage insurance since you're under that 20%. For VA loans, no down payment is required. You typically get a lower interest rate. Typically what we're seeing is a 0.5 point lower. So right now rates are 7.1, so you'd be at 6.6 for a mortgage loan, probably with a VA loan right now. Don't quote me on that. Obviously, you'd want to reach out to your lender or our lender and he'll tell you the exact mortgage rate you'd get. With VA loans, there's no PMI. So with the FHA, since you're under 20% of a down payment, you still have to pay that PMI, but with the VA loan, you actually don't. So even lower of a monthly payment. Pennsylvania also has some state-specific programs to help first-time home buyers, like the PHFA, Keystone Home Loan, which if you qualify, you can get a lower interest rate and assistance with your closing costs. And there's also the PHFA Keystone Assistance Program, which can provide you up to $6,000 to help you with the down payment, and also a 0% interest rate loan for a secondary mortgage that you'd have to pay back in 10 years. So those are both programs that we run within PA. And again, if you have any questions, like I said, just send me a text, we'll help you out. There's also local grants. The Montgomery County First-Time Homebuyer Program offers you up to $10,000 to help you with down payment and closing costs on your first house. There's also the Delaware County Home Ownership First program, which provides up to $5,000 in assistance to first-time home buyers that do qualify. And also make sure you plan for 2 to 5% of the home price to be associated with closing costs. So make sure you have 2 to 5% in liquid cash. And again, I just want to stress the importance of having a pre-approval ready. I mean, within the main line, the offers are so competitive that pretty much everyone has to have one. If you don't have one, your offer is probably not even going to be looked at. And make sure you have a clear price range. This is the lowest I want to go and this is the highest I can go. So make sure you give your agent a very valid price range where you can't go over, because sometimes we have clients that come in and they're like, okay, I want to get in the main line and the most I'll spend is like $700,000. But then we send them a listing of like a $900,000 house and they like it a lot and they're like, oh yeah, we can do that. It's like, I mean, that's awesome. But we could have been searching around for more $900,000 houses, to show them. But, so just give your agent a range of low end and then high end. This is the hard cap because I can't afford higher than this within my budget. Make sure you give them a great range. All right, let's get into some common mistakes to avoid as a first-time home buyer within the main line. Overlooking commute times. If you're going to be commuting to your job, and if you're commuting to Philly, make sure you know how long it's actually going to take. For example, it might take me 15 minutes one day to get to work, but on a heavy traffic day, it might be taking you 35 minutes, Make sure you're putting this in maps during rush hour, just so you can see exactly how much time it'll take. So you're completely prepared, if you were to move into this house, this is how long your commute would be during rush hour. So make sure you're fully informed with that and you're okay with that. A common mistake, I wouldn't say it's very common, it can be a mistake, is waiving your home inspection. Obviously, we do not recommend this if you are a first-time home buyer and you're worried about the property. We want our clients to be taken care of course. That's number one. It's been an extremely competitive market, so a lot of people have been waiving the home inspections just so they can get the house. And we've been seeing that so much. And that just makes your offer look more compelling, right? To waive the inspection. So do we recommend it to make your offer look better? Yes. But do we not recommend it because, what if there's a problem with the house? Which if there was, we would let you know. It's also our job. Our team, we've been doing this for over 25 years and we've sold over 400, we've done over 400 transactions within the main line. So we really know what to look for. But again, waiving it looks really great on your offer, but you are taking a risk. Some families come in and they say, oh, I don't care about the home inspection. We have the money no matter what's wrong with it. We just want the house now to get in before the school year. So that type of stuff happens. So I'm just letting you know that you can go either way. Another big mistake we see is not exploring other neighborhoods within the main line. Like we said, a lot of the neighborhoods are completely different. I was raised in Villanova and I still live there today. And it's much more open. And then you go 10 minutes away, not even, down into Gladwin, and it's completely different. These neighborhoods are all so close to each other. They're all neighbors, but they're completely different. They have a completely different vibe. A lot of the houses in Gladwin is complete stone construction, which Villanova houses are too, but there's also a lot of a New England house kind of feel in Gladwin. A lot more woods, windy roads, massive properties, while Villanova feels like much more of like open suburbs. And then you go down to Ardmore and it kind of feels like a city. So make sure you're going around and you're getting a taste of every single neighborhood within the main line, because they're all very desirable for their own reasons. And they're all very unique, because we've had clients that like, okay, I want to do Villanova, but then we show them a Gladwin house and they're like, oh wow. So make sure you're telling your agent, obviously the area you prefer, but exactly what you're looking for in that area, because that agent will be able to figure out, okay, so they're looking for this, this, and this. That actually fits Gladwin a little bit better. Maybe we should look there a little bit. So make sure you're telling your agent not only the places that you'd prefer, but why you prefer that. Mainline agents, they know everything about the main line, and they know, okay, if you're looking for this, that can be found in Villanova and in Gladwin. Or if you're looking for this, okay, that can be found in Ardmore and Paoli, whatever. Okay, I just wanted to really drive that home, because a lot of people are set on one area, but what they're looking for can be found in many different areas, so that, buying a house is a big thing, so you should really see all of your options. All right, let's talk about each little town within the main line. They are all unique, they have their own charms, and they come with their own price. Ardmore is well known for Suburban Square, more like an outside mall. I absolutely love it there. That's actually where one of our Compass offices are, right next to the Nike store in Suburban Square. But Ardmore is more of like a city feel, right? It's a lot closer, kind of busy. So if you're more like into the city, Ardmore might be up your alley, but also if you are budget constrained, then maybe Ardmore would be more up your alley, or Narberth. Average price of homes, you're sitting around 500K, but definitely Suburban Square is something you're gonna wanna check out if you're coming to the main line, just to get a taste of Ardmore and what it offers. Bala Cynwyd is ideal for commuters with easy access to Philadelphia, and also has gorgeous community parks. Average cost sits around $700,000. Narberth is very close knit, is known for its local events and small town atmosphere. Average prices are around like Ardmore, 500, 550,000. Berwyn is super family oriented, with a charming town center known for its excellent schools at a pretty reasonable price range. A little bit more than Ardmore. I would say average is around 600,000. I would say Radnor is the little bit a step above, where you're looking at an average prices of around 700,000 for Radnor homes. Top rated schools, super family friendly, and a lot of outdoor recreation. I went to Radnor Middle and Radnor High School and absolutely loved it. And that really gave me a, complete Radnor feel. So definitely I'm a little biased there. Villanova is known for its, Villanova University, which is absolutely stunning if you've never seen it before. It's known for its huge luxury estates, youthful vibe, and just gorgeous atmosphere. But again, I grew up there, I'm biased. But average cost in Villanova is gonna run you around 1.1, 1.4. 1.4 is what we're seeing more this year, is like the average sold house. But I would say 1 million to like 1.4, and it can go much above that. Actually, there is a house, it's like not even 20-second drive. It went up it's actually under contract. It's like 11.7 million, I believe. They're under contract, so congrats to them, because that was on the market for a little bit, but it's an absolutely gorgeous estate. But yeah, that's what Villanova is known for, is houses like that. Bryn Mawr, historic charm, bustling Main Street, and is home to Bryn Mawr College. Average home price is around 650,000. Devon, known for its equestrian culture and the famous Devon Horse Show. Average cost a little bit higher, around 800,000. Gladwin, known for its spacious estates, is known for being one of the most expensive areas within the main line. Actually, the most expensive, right next to with Villanova, they're right there. At around 1.5 million and above is pretty much what you're seeing in Gladwin. There's only 2 small neighborhoods within Gladwin, so I would say around like 30 homes, 25 homes within Gladwin that are like not that huge. But they're pretty much all over $1 million when they're renovated. But Gladwin is really known for its privacy, rural feel, and wealth. That is the top spot within the main line. Haverford, scenic area, home to Haverford College, green spaces, and historic homes. Average home price around here is $700,000. Malvern is artsy with a growing dining scene. Average cost to get into Malvern's around $500,000, 500K, similar to Ardmore. Marion's close to the city, known for its historic homes and a traditional community feel. Average price is gonna run you around $650,000. Paoli, relaxed and commuter friendly with Amtrak SEPTA access close by. Average cost around $600,000. And similar to that, Rosemont, quiet, residential, family friendly, near Bryn Mawr. Average cost is just a little bit more, around $650,000. To wrap up, the main line offers you a bunch of history, charm, and modern convenience. If you're a first-time home buyer, please explore every single neighborhood within the main line, see what they all offer. Like I said, what the community feels like, where you can see yourself living. And also make sure you're ready for a competitive market and your agent has experience within the main line and in a competitive market scene. You know, ask about their latest transactions. Did you have multiple offers on your last house? Like, how did you navigate that? Make sure they're experienced. I mean, this all falls down to make sure your agent's experienced. My team, we've done over 90 transactions within the main line in the past 12 months. You know, we absolutely love this area and know lots about it. So if you have any questions about it, like I said, just send me a text, call me anytime, because I absolutely love this stuff and I'd love to help. If you like content like this, make sure you subscribe so you can keep your eye out on updates within the main line or just tips within the main line, you know, what we're seeing as agents. Maybe share this to a friend that wants to move here as well. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you get notified whenever we have a new main line video. That's pretty much gonna wrap it up, guys. Everyone take it easy. Have a great day. Peace.